Hey guys, Legend here, and today I want to talk about a meta ruled by auto rifles and sidearms and hand cannons and all of these other awesome weapons. But today, specifically, I want to talk about a sidearm in particular that I think stands a real chance to be a real godsend in a world where random rolls are kind of hard to come about ever since Season of Dawn ended. Today I want to talk about Future War Cult's The Vision. I want to talk about how you can maybe get this weapon if you were fortunate enough to pull it back whenever we had faction rallies. And I want to talk about why I think that this weapon is a great alternative for you to use in a meta ruled by all of these other weapons. With that being said, guys, please subscribe and also leave a like so that I can make some better content for the future. And with that, let's get into the video. Are you guys tired of the hardlight meta? How about the Mindbender's Ambition or the Air Intel FR4? Are you tired of using all of these god-tier weapons and maybe thinking that you're maybe, I don't know, a noob for using it because that's what everybody's using right now? Maybe you would turn to a sidearm in these desperate times. There are a lot of good options for sidearms out there. Last season we were introduced to several new ones, including the new version of the Last Hope, as well as the Breachlight. The only thing is, well, the Breachlight is impossible to come by now since it was exclusive to last season. And the Last Hope is exclusive to priming engrams and world drops, which makes it nearly impossible to farm the God Roll. I've seen countless videos of Guardians turning in thousands of legendary engrams to Master Raoul just in hopes of getting it and come up dry. There is also the Unanimous Autumn, which is a great choice and not too bad to farm for considering all you need is Crucible tokens, but getting that God Roll still might be kinda tough. Allow me to introduce you to the Future War Cult's The Vision. The only way to get this sidearm is to pull it from collections if you were able to participate in Year 1's faction rallies. This sidearm was available to everybody who pledged allegiance to the Future War Cult in Year 1, and whenever the Future War Cult won its very one and only faction rally, this was basically given to everybody that pledged. Now, you might be asking, well, Legend, why should I go with this sidearm over some of the others if I'm able to get one of those other rolls? And the answer to that is pretty simple. The perk combination on this sidearm as a static roll is pretty good. We have accurized rounds and kill clip. Accurized rounds giving a boost to both stability and a slight boost to range, but kill clip is the real winner here. Whenever you proc kill clip on this weapon, it turns into a kind of a lawnmower in that it just kind of shreds through everything all at once. And that's not really the best thing about it. With a stability of 73 and an aim assistance of 70, it's also got a recoil direction of 90. And what that amounts to is a sidearm that is extremely stable and basically shreds to pinpoint precision so long as you're within pretty close to medium range. I also like that this is a second slot weapon, so that allows you to pair it with some awesome kinetic weapons such as the Revoker or the Randy's Throwing Knife. Basically, if you're using a ranged weapon in your kinetic slot, this pairs extremely nicely with those. It also pairs nicely with the Suros Regime or even the Last Word Hand Cannon. Those weapons have great TTK values, but maybe you don't finish the job and you need to switch to something real quick for the cleanup. This allows you to do it effectively. Also, maybe you don't want to use a shotgun or a fusion rifle. This is going to take care of the job rather well. And you might be asking, well, are there any exotic armor pieces that pair well with this? And yes, there's a couple. For Hunters specifically, there's the Machineer's Trick Sleeves Exotic Hunter Gauntlets with the perk Spring-Loaded Mounting, which increases sidearm ready and reload speed, and also, while you're critically wounded, swapping to a sidearm increases its damage. Basically, if you're wounded and you switch to your sidearm, the damage on this weapon goes up with a 50% buff. That is insane, one of the best buffs in the game. Personally, I run Stompies on my Hunter with a helmet that has enhanced scatter projectile targeting, and I have 2 of those on my headpiece most of the time, and that allows for even better target acquisition with this weapon. I want to finish this video up today by making a simple request. Guardians, please use new and different guns. You don't have to be bogged down by the hard lights and the Mindbender's ambitions. There's so many weapons to choose from in Destiny that it's, quite frankly, kind of a shame that we don't use more of them. And we can still have fun using whatever. With that being said, guys, subscribe and like the video, and thank you so much for checking it out. Godspeed, my friends.